Webinar for the peanut growers. They say consumers and businesses alike want to learn more about how their food is grown and produced. As reporters will make their way out into the fields or stop by the farmer's place, they want the farmers to say the right thing. They say that peanuts have a fantastic story to tell, and the farming families who produce them are the perfect storytellers. During the session, growers and learn key talking points and how to answer tough questions and get tips and resources on how to handle the media. This one will be done February the 23rd. The virtual educational session is open to all peanut growers. If you're interested, contact the National Peanut Board at npbfarmers.org.
This season, get medieval on peanut white mold with the powerful protection of all-new Excalia fungicide from Valent USA. Here to shield your peanuts from the treachery of white mold, Excalia delivers excellent staying power, keeping your peanuts from being conquered, even under heavy pressure. Stay one step ahead of peanut white mold with the powerful protection of Excalia. Ask your retailer or visit valent.com/Excalia. Always read and follow label instructions.
This season, get the powerful protection of the all-new Excalia fungicide from Valent USA. Ask your local retailer or visit valent.com/Excalia to learn more. I'm Tyron Spearman for Southeast AgNet.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
We'll have patchy fog early, otherwise partly sunny today with a high of 82 to 85. Mainly clear tonight, low 64 to 66. Then Thursday, look for sunshine and some clouds with a thunderstorm in the afternoon and a high of 80 to 82. Mainly cloudy skies Friday, high 81 to 85. Then look for thunderstorms, some heavy, Saturday afternoon. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
The Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352-401-6917.
On the first and third Wednesday mornings each month at 9:05 a.m., Robert Colin with On Top of the World will be our guest as we learn all about the exciting lifestyle and new home choices available at Ocala's premier adult active community, On Top of the World. From time to time, Robert will bring guests, and you're sure to enjoy our little chats. After all, you deserve the world, and we bring it to you. This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of Ocala Talks. I'm Tom Schmidt, coming to you live from the palatial studios of WOCA Radio, just outside the food court entrance to the Paddock Mall in the Brick City Beautiful, Ocala, Florida. It is foggy out there, folks, so take a little extra precaution as you're driving on the roadways. The sun's starting to try to burn it off. Still an accident trying to clear at 60th and 20th right across from the airport, so be vigilant if you're out in that area. Just take a few extra minutes to make sure you're safe and the people surrounding you are safe as you're out there driving. In the studio with me right now, the first and third Monday of every month, but had an issue come up last Monday, so he came in this Wednesday. Had an issue come up last Wednesday, so he came in this Wednesday. And he's sporting his Florida Gators sweatshirt, so I can't really be angry at him because he's representing the Gators well. Robert Colin is in here from On Top of the World. Robert, good morning to you. Hey, let's turn your mic up. That even works better. Hey, that's better.
Thank you. So happy to be here again, and here with our Vice President of Marketing, Linda Mozzarella. So Linda's going to talk about, sorry.
That's okay.
Linda, good morning.
Good morning. Nice to be here. Thank you.
There's a lot going on Top of the World. Last time Robert was here, we talked about a natatorium that'll be world class when it's finished. Talked about a charter school that will be top-notch when it's finished. And it's all going into the Kalisa community. Am I correct with that?
That's correct.
Kalisa. Look, I'm from South Georgia. I can barely speak English.
It's a lot going on. And then right up there, and one of the reasons why Linda is going to really talk about is Kalesa, because the natatorium, the school, they're all right there across from the Ocala Sports Complex. Right near Westport High School, so it's going to be just a really great community that we're going to be building. We have
so you got natatorium, charter school,
and
golf courses,
and no golf
course. Sorry,
but
with a lot of open areas. So what are you going to fill in those open areas with no golf course?
Well, so we've got something super creative. We're doing a very comprehensive trail system throughout Kalesa, and what's so great about it is it's very interconnected. So you could live in your home, get to that natatorium, get to that school, all through the trail system. We've got tunnels that you can go that are going to be under the roadway, so the children don't even have to cross a major roadway. But the trails are for fitness, walking, biking. There's going to be stations for play stations for children throughout the community. So bringing the inside outside, basically.
So it'll be very eco-friendly.
Correct.
Very, with trails. And are they going to be walking and biking? Are they going to be a combination of both? Are they going to be golf cart trails? How many trails? How many different type trails?
Well, I think we're talking about 22 different trails in the community and different surfaces. So some will be great for just hiking, walking. Some will be hard surface for biking, scooter riding. Will golf carts be allowed? Yes, on some trails, probably not all, but definitely along some of the roadways. So no matter what you want to do, whether you're walking your dog or playing with your children, there's a trail that you can explore.
I want to bring back the 80s and have rollerblading trails again.
I think those are still popular.
I think they're popular, yeah.
But I want to see it with the Olivia Newton-John fluorescence. That's what I want to see.
The big puffy hair.
Yeah, that's with the big, with the little thin hairband across the top. So it's exciting that you have a development like this, because as we were talking off the air, I have friends of mine in the real estate industry that literally are considering looking for secondary jobs right now, because there's so few available sale and rental properties that they're having to find work elsewhere because there's just nothing to do right now. And this answers a need.
And you think about it, I mean, Florida is really the best place in the country to live. We have, probably shouldn't say this, I won't.
Yeah.
But we have a really great welcoming state where we're still free, and we're open to the public, and people can live their lives responsibly but free and enjoy it. And people outside of Florida see that, and they want their kids to be able to be in school, and they want their kids to enjoy life, to play baseball or football and soccer, whatever, and they come to Florida, and they're moving to Ocala because it's affordable.
1,000 people a month are moving to the state of Florida. 10% of those, 100 of those, moving to Marion County. Wow. In a state that's got 21 million people, 1,000 people a month are moving here, and 100 of those a month are moving to Marion County. That's a pretty big number.
And they need to live somewhere.
They got to live somewhere.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people think, when they think on top of the world, they think on top of the world is a retirement community, 55 plus, deed restricted, just like most of the place that we won't mention down south that's in that other county.
Yeah, don't say it.
Yeah, we won't. But that's not, on top of the world's not all 55 plus deed restricted, is it?
The current on top of the world?
No, I mean with the new development and everything coming in.
Correct. So this is going to be a family community for all ages, and this is a Colin-built community. So we're going to go back to our roots where the company back in the 40s was Colin-built. So to differentiate the brands between active adult and family for all ages, Kalesa is a Colin-built community. On top of the world, it's still going to appeal to 55 plus.
But Kalesa will be family community, so anybody with starter families, big families, extended families. I mean, if you want to bring your aunts, if you're from New York, you're from the city, it's cold, you just went through some nor'easters, and let's say you're a good Italian family. We'll just pick a good Italian family. And you want to move mom and dad, but you want to move Uncle Jimmy, Uncle Rocco, you want to bring in your cousin Elizabeth. Richie wants to come down. And I know this because that's how my cousins, look, we all left, my mom and her family left Brooklyn, settled, the entire half of the family settled in New Jersey. They moved from Brooklyn, New Jersey as a family, bought 16 acres of land, built like 8 houses on the 16 acres.
Yeah.
So we can do that at Calessa. We can come down and you can just buy 12 or 13 houses in there and move the whole family down from New York.
Right. You can have grandma and grandpa live in the odd top of the world communities
There you
where
go.
if they live in certain areas, they can have, the landscaping is all taken care of. Their yards are cut every day. The roof is maintained. Their houses are repainted every couple of years, every 7 to 10 years. And then the family can be living in Calessa, or everybody can live in Calessa. But if you want to have grandma and grandpa taken care of, and you and your children are living in a family community with schools right nearby that you can walk to, you can ride your bikes to, Calessa is a great place, and it's only 2 or 3 miles down the road.
How much of the thought process of Calessa was to get back to how we used to live when kids could walk and ride their bicycle to school in safety? People could enjoy a walk with their dogs at dusk and not have to worry about traffic, people coming up on sidewalks, maybe hitting them because of the heavy traffic on. How much thought was given into building a community like that?
Tremendous amount of thought from the very early stages of planning. The president of the company, Mr. Colin, really wanted to create that old school type neighborhood. A lot of the homes that we are designing that will be offered for sale when we're ready, front porches so that you can sit out. They're a little bit closer to the sidewalk, so you could be sitting on your front porch, your neighbors are walking by, and you're having conversations. A lot of the homes are going to be facing what we like to call pocket parks, so your kids could be right across the street, kicking a soccer ball around or playing, and eyes on all the kids, just like, to your point, how we all grew up, basically. Yeah.
I just think that to get back to that, to know who your neighbors are, to know your kids are safe. I think a lot of kids these days get cheated out of a life we had because we were able to, because our parents could watch us, with parks, like you said, right across the street, stuff like that. We got to enjoy the outdoors and got to be kids more than kids do now, because I don't have children. I made a conscious decision not to have them because I didn't want to have to watch them every minute of the day.
Right.
And it seems like now, in almost anywhere you live, you need to keep your eye on them 24/7. But with a community like this, where it looks like it's going to be neighbor oriented and know your neighbors and get to know the people around you. I never messed up in my neighborhood growing up because I knew Miss Smoke or Miss Britt or Miss her name just escaped me. Miss Rogers, Roy, the chiropractor's wife. I knew they would all be on the phone with my mom.
Roy Rogers.
Roy, and he was a chiropractor.
Oh, boy.
But I knew they'd be on the phone with my mom, and she would know what I'd done before I got back home.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of community that makes a safe community, an enjoyable community to bring a family up.
Right,
in.
and you've painted a beautiful picture of Americana, right? So,
Right.
and it brings back to what are we trying to do? Where do you have a community like this anywhere in Florida that I can think of? I can't think of anything, especially that's affordable, that anybody, especially here in Marion County, where you can come and you can live, you can walk to school. I mean, think about how amazing that is to restoring kind of the American dream.
Until I was in high school, I walked to school.
Yeah.
So ideally, they don't even have to venture too far out of the community to do anything. Everything is going to be super centric right there, whether you're going to the school, going to the natatorium. There's going to be amenity areas. And for instance, our first neighborhood, there'll be a pool there. There'll be a splash pad there for the kids, basketball court. So the kids are staying in the neighborhood. They don't need to go travel elsewhere, to have fun.
And if they want to play football, the Under the Armour, the Under the Lights is right across the street
Right
at
across the
the
lights,
Ocala.
yeah.
Right, if they're at high school age, they'll be able to go to Westport High School, so it's right nearby. So I mean, it's so much right there.
What are, besides the charter school, I guess Westport High School is the high school in that district. I don't know the elementary school over there, but the charter school is going to take up all that anyway. It
Right.
won't matter. The charter school is taking that up. Now, when is the project? Is it underway? Is it underway now? The project's already started. And when is the completion date? And when will people first be offered the opportunity to purchase?
So the community is well under development. So we'll be putting our models up shortly. So hopefully by the summer we'll have decorated models for people to come and view. If anybody's interested now, they can go to our website, mycalessa.com, get their name on a list so that we can notify them when we will be ready to open for sale. We're hoping actually for right here in the beginning of the second quarter to be ready to do so. We've got our floor plans designed. We have our pricing determined. We know what we're going to be including in our homes. A couple of little details we just have to finalize, and then we'll be ready to go.
Are these going to be around the 2,000 square foot range? Is that some of the floor plans? Is that the basic model? Will they be bigger than that? Some of them smaller than that?
So we're doing a couple of different types of home series. Our Artisan series starts at about 1,500 square feet and goes to about 2,400 square feet. And then our floral collection is a little bit larger, starting at 1,800 and close to 3,000 square feet. 1- and 2-story designs, bunch of bedrooms, flex spaces, a couple of innovative things that we're doing. 2- and 3-car garages, because we know families have a lot of stuff, for their kids, bikes,
I like
so
how
on.
you said that.
A lot of stuff. Yeah.
See my garage.
Right, exactly.
I got a lot of, mine starts with an S too, but
Yes.
it's not as long as stuff.
Same with mine.
Right. Yeah.
So then this community is going to come together pretty quick then.
Pretty quick. Yeah.
I mean, you'll probably, theoretically, people will be moving in 2022.
2021.
2021 this year.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is really going to be quick. Now, what's the timeline on the natatorium and the charter school?
Well, I mean, the natatorium is under construction. You can go on, I would guess, on our Facebook page. Yeah, you can go on the Facebook page and you can see, I mean, it's going viral anyway among the swim community.
Right, it is.
I've seen those texts coming through. But it's under construction. They've already dug out the floor area for where the pool will be. And it's an amazing view. So you can see the aerial of the where they ran a drone.
Yeah.
So you could see all the construction underway. So I think it's Osley's the school.
Yeah, Osley School. That's Parish McCall is doing doing the natatorium. So actually, FloridaFast.com. Go on there. We're updating that constantly. You can see all of the construction progress. You can actually see the first pool. It's dug. Hopefully by the beginning of 22, we'll have people swimming.
I know the folks at Dynamo Swim Club pretty well up in Atlanta. Dynamo Swim Club's had, I think at last count, they've had 14 gold medals won out of people from that swim club. My high school sweetheart swam at that swim club. I know that swim club well. I know the guy who's the director of that swim club. We went to high school together. He sends me a text. He goes, "You live down there in Ocala now, right?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "They're building something down there that's spectacular. Are you aware of this?" I go, "Yeah, the natatorium and on top of the world." He goes, "Have you seen this thing?" I go, "I haven't seen it, but I know you're excited about it." He goes, "Who you know down there? Maybe I'll come down there and run that place."
There you go.
I go, "You stay in Atlanta. You're good right where you're at." You're good. But I mean, here's a swim club in Atlanta that has world-class swimmers that opened in the 60s. It's had gold medal winners at their swim club sending me texts asking me about the natatorium being built on top of the world.
Yeah, the secret's out.
Yeah. The Roberts kept WOCA a secret for about a minute and a half, and y'all kept the natatorium a secret for about a minute and 15 seconds.
Exactly.
That's for sure. And there's 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools.
Yes. 2
So
Olympic
an indoor and an outdoor. So it's going to be an amazing facility.
Now, because of the natatorium and all, does that mean that Kalesa, I said that right?
Yeah.
Will you still be able, if you want to, have a pool dug in your backyard
Absolutely.
there?
After you close on your home, you could put your own pool in your backyard.
Okay.
We'll have community pools in neighborhoods as well, and that great aquatic center. So I don't know why you'd want to have your own pools, but some people might.
Yep.
I just want it so I can have my adult beverages
There
floating
you
in the
go.
pool beside me. Put the TV. If I could live in a floating pool and a floating chair in a pool and just have the TV on football and
There you
baseball
go.
at all times, and I could figure out a way to make money doing that, that would be the life.
Can't broadcast from or
It's something about the electricity
is that what it is?
and
Yeah.
water.
Wi-Fi,
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. Yeah, well,
There you
you can do that.
battery.
So, what other exciting? I know right now you got this development coming. You got the natatorium. You got the school. You got people moving, retirees moving here left and right. But you also have a cultural center that's doing a lot of great things.
We've been a little bit restricted with COVID, but the cultural center's getting back into swing with having their acts. I think we have an act coming this weekend.
There's a
It's
lot
actually
of,
sold out.
I know a lot of tribute bands.
Yes.
Rock and roll, classic rock and roll tribute bands are
Correct.
coming
Yeah.
to the cultural, which means I'll be there a lot because I love those bands that try to mimic, bands I grew up watching.
We've also had some great bands, the big name bands. I mean, Kansas was there. We had Willie Nelson a number of years ago.
Kevin Costner. We never knew he sang, but he does. He's got a band. He's pretty good.
It's him and his brother, isn't it?
Something like that.
I think it's him and his brother, and
Yeah,
a
and
pretty
then
good band.
Air Supply, I think, was there, right?
Supply was great.
Yeah.
All out of love.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just another added value of On Top of the World, the cultural center.
Right.
Sometimes I don't think it gets sold enough as an added. Everybody knows cultural center's there, but it's actually an added value of On Top of the World, and that doesn't even take into effect the added value of Shalom Park. That's right there as well.
Yeah, then that's one of my jewels. Which, by the way, we have a big event coming up on the 21st February, our Noman Ferry Festival. So that's going to be a lot of fun from 1 to 4 on Sunday, the 21st.
How many people last year?
We had about 5,000 last year. We're going to restrict it this year because of COVID, but and you can get tickets ahead of time. It's free and open to the public, but we will be charging for parking this time.
That was
around.
one of your last events before they shut it down.
That's right.
Yeah.
Remember, we got canceled on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
5 p.m. on St. Patrick's Day. It's one of those that I know where I was because I was putting on a green T-shirt, ready to go.
Yeah.
And then canceled.
And I canceled. And you mentioned golf. So on February 20th at Candler Hills, we have Operation Helping Heroes golf tournament. So that's our veteran tournament that we support every year. And then in March, of course, Ocala Open Pro-Am on the 23rd and the tournament 24 through 26.
Which you can come out, so you come out, watch the tournament. You can see some great golf and see names that you might not know now.
But you will.
But 3 or 4 years from now, you'll definitely know those
Just
names.
like Ted Potter.
Ted Potter won the Ocala Open.
Yeah, a number of times.
Twice.
Yeah, twice.
Yeah.
So,
But some of the past people that play, if you went and looked at a who's who of some of the people who played there, like Robert Garrigus played in that tournament, and he's been a pro golfer for 15 years with his card. I mean, there's some, because golf is my thing, there's been some big name golfers that weren't big names when they come and played in the Ocala Open, but shortly thereafter were big names in golf. Ted Potter being the hometown guy that won it twice, and he's won 3 times on the PGA.
has he won 3 times?
Yeah.
Okay. I knew it was twice, but yeah.
Is it 3 times or twice? I think he won. Didn't he win? He won Greenbrier.
And Pebble
He
Beach.
won Pebble Beach. Maybe that is it. Maybe twice.
Okay.
Maybe twice.
You'll probably find out you were right the first time.
Who knows? Shots to the head.
Somebody who's driving right now and yelling at us.
I played college football, lots of shots to the head, so I could be wrong. When you talk about the veterans, the Helping the Veterans golf tournament.
Yes.
I played in that 2 years ago, maybe, and I was amazed at just what these guys have endured.
Yes.
What they've came through, and their rosy dispositions, and how they're like, I was serving my country. I knew what I was getting into. This great thing. I'm glad people like y'all come out and support us. And they just have good attitudes. And I mean, I was paired with a guy that had lost both legs and one of his arms.
Oh, wow.
And he was out there with 2 prosthetic legs playing one-handed.
How'd he do?
And he shot like 98, 99.
Which is better than
No. But I thought to myself as I'm watching him, I'd be pissed off if that happened to me. And he's out here with a great attitude. He's like, life gives you deal with what life hands you, and this is my choice. And his name was David, one of the nicest guys I'd ever met in my life. And I thought, here's a guy that has all kind of reasons not to be happy.
Well, that's what Damon does, right?
Correct.
They puts that Operation Helping Heroes.
Yes. It's Soft Missions. They have a resiliency project, so they support veterans for an entire 365 days, social, emotional, physical, mental care. Because, when these guys are coming back from service, there's a lot of things that they're dealing with. So it's a great program. And, to your point, I don't think I've ever spoken with a veteran that has not said, regardless of their situation, how they ended up after they came back, they'll all say, I'd do it again in a minute.
Yeah, with a smile on their face.
Yeah.
I would be I would like to think I would be bigger than that, but I know me, I would not be. I'd be angry with the world. I would blame everybody.
Right.
And these guys blame no one, and they have a great disposition, and they're really, truly heroes. And it's so little about the golf and so much about getting to talk to these guys and listen to these guys and hear where they came from and how they still have a lust and a love for life.
It's true. Yeah.
It's a really good golf tournament. Probably booked up already now, though.
It's not. We've got a few spots open for anybody that wants to play.
Oh, there you
Absolutely.
go. Gene Ritt, if you're listening to my radio show.
There you go.
So where do they go to sign up for that?
They go to OperationHelpingHeroes.com to sign up. You can probably still get a foursome, or we're taking individual players. The tournament is on Shotgun, February 20th at
Is
Candler
it an
Hills.
afternoon shotgun or morning shotgun?
9 a.m.
9 a.m. shotgun at Candler Hills.
And do you get lunch with that afterwards?
You get breakfast, you get lunch, you get a cool swag bag with a bunch of fun stuff in there. The founder of Soft Missions will do his welcome speech. He's got a great story. He's a retired lieutenant colonel from the Air Force. Some great warriors will be participating. So all around great tournament.
He was Special Forces though too, right?
He was Special Forces, yeah. Actually, he just recently retired.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So what is there anything this weekend coming up at any of the places that are on top of the world that we need to know about, that the general public needs to know about for this weekend?
I'll just tell you, Shalom Park, we've got our Noman Ferry Festival on the 21st, and then next Friday we have, you can go to Shalom Park's Facebook page or website, we have Sunset Cinemas. On Thursday night we have, through Master the Possibilities, we have our what we call Park After Dark, which will be a musical event, and that's a paid event as well. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We have
all of them with COVID precautions.
Absolutely.
And everything.
Of course, you're outside, so there's the natural ventilation, and so. And if especially the Park After Dark event is more of a Valentine's event, so you're kind of away from everybody. You want to be a little more romantic with your spouse. So there'll be string music and beautiful scenery, and it's going to be a fun event. So that's a great event to be at.
And where can I go if you want to sign up for these? Where do you go?
I would start with our Facebook page for Shalom Park, SHOLOM Park .org. You can go there for our website. So that's that. A lot going on.
A lot, not the least of which is Kalesa Community, which looks like it's going to be a fantastic family community.
Absolutely.
With houses ranging from 1,500 square feet to ginormous.
3,000. Yep. Mm-hmm.
People go, oh, I want a 6,000, 7,000. Anything over about 2,800 square feet is big.
Yeah.
Oh, I need 6,000. No, you don't. 3,000 feet's a big home.
And you think about it, with all that's going on in Florida right now, with everybody moving here, like you were saying, with our Tampa Bay Buccaneers, we're an afternoon drive away from there, to the Gators, to the Tampa Bay Lightning, to Orlando Magic. We got who's the basketball team in Tampa right now that. The Raptors.
The Raptors, they're playing because they can't play in Toronto right now.
So, I mean, so much going on in this area, and it's such a great place to live. And Marion County is got great schools, great school system, great place, great parks, great natural facilities. So this is a perfect place to live.
And that area out where on top of the world is, any amenity you want, if it's not out on top of the world, which is difficult to find, most of them are out on top of the world, but any amenity, restaurants, shopping, anything, literally a short car hop at the most away.
Yeah. Even the beach. You can be at Clearwater Beach, #1 beach in the state of Florida, in an hour and a half. You can be in Daytona.
See, we've talked so much about it that we went right into the news break.
There you go.
Thanks for being here this morning.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
We'll talk to you next Wednesday because it's your turn again, the third Wednesday. Back to back. See you, Robert. See you, Linda.
Bye. Thank you.
We'll be right back after this timeout.
Eastern on Capitol Hill. 67-year-old Gregory Ehrlich of Buffalo, Minnesota, opened fire at an all-in clinic Tuesday morning, about 40 miles northwest of Minneapolis. Unhappy with the health care he'd received, opened fire killing one person and wounding 4 others. Bomb technicians were investigating a suspicious device left there. Dallas Mavericks owner Mark Cuban said Tuesday he decided before the season began not to play the national anthem before the team's home games. Cuban didn't elaborate on his decision not to play the anthem, but did say nobody had noticed. USA Radio News.
Rockstar Radio. Did you know this station, this network, is looking for their next rock star broadcaster? That's right, we are. And it could be you. It could be you interviewing the guests, talking to the newsmakers right in the middle of everything. Have you ever dreamed of being a rock star show host? Now could be your chance. Together with this station, we'll help you with everything you need. The studios, the equipment, your own producer, a co-host if you'd like, and so much more. Broadcasting is changing. There's never been a need for fresh voices and unique opinions like there is right now. You can do this. Our professional team will guide you every step of the way. Sound effects, show content, building your social network media, and everything you need to be the next rockstar broadcaster. Get all the details. Email bill@rockstar.today. That's bill@rockstar.today. To get started with your own show, email bill@rockstar.today. That's bill@rockstar.today. Don't wait. You could be the next voice for America. Email bill@rockstar.today.
Love is in the air because it's Valentine's week, and that means everything's coming up roses at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens. The colors are brilliant, the selection is huge, and the prices are terrific. Starting with Bob's own Easy Care Drift Roses at $22.99. And listen, Bob Wines has your favorite hybrid tea and climbing roses for just $35.99. Other deals this Valentine's week: bearing citrus trees as low as $59.99. Spring veggies in the jumbo 4-pack, still just $3.99. And for some super gift ideas, check for hundreds of new items in the old-timey greenhouse, where many items are marked down as much as 20%. And yes, come see the Camellia Show, now in full swing every day from 9 to 4 till 3 on Saturdays at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, in the same blooming place since 1952.
Think you know Dex Imaging? Think again. In the office, streamlining communications. In the field, delivering top-notch service, enhancing productivity and reducing downtime. In the data center, a part of the growing digital document revolution. In the world of business, supporting entrepreneurs and helping companies grow. In the forefront of technology, developing cutting-edge document management solutions. So if you think you know Dex Imaging, you don't know Dex.
Uh-oh.
Is that what I thought it was?
As long as you don't think it was me running over a sprinkler head, then no.